Well, here we go. This is video number 5 for you followers. I'm actually getting to the point now where it's really, I'm using, instead of cleaning, I'm actually tearing bags open and putting on new parts now. It's kind of nice. So let me show you what I've done in the last day or so. Had a couple misfires. I like to do things the wrong way the first time, and then usually the second or third time I get it right. So everything's kind of been done twice or 3 times. Let me show you what I got going on. So Honda calls that fighting red. Beautiful red color when they're new. I polished that today. That's the muffler that I'd painted. I've got the new little rubber bushing or grommets on there for the side cover protection. Swing arm is all on. And let me tell you, if you're going to put the swing arm on, like I said last video, be sure and put the chain on along with it. The other thing is right down underneath here on the other side, there's the upper chain slider, but there's also, and I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's the upper roller bushing that goes on there. I would say put that on before you install the swing arm. It'd be way easier. So actually, I didn't take the swing arm again. I didn't take the swing arm off again. I was able to get a wrench on, but I'll just say it was not easy. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I got the rear fender on along with the airbox. That's a McCuney pumper that I bought a couple years ago when I couldn't get my key in working. I've had no problems with this other than if you leave bad gas in it, it's going to corrode those jets and you'll have to clean it out. So just use the non-ethanol gas and get some fuel stabilizer of some kind for the wintertime or whenever it is you don't ride it, because I don't ride it every day. I don't ride it every month necessarily. Okay, what else we got going on? Got the handlebars on, but I'm saving all the best for last. I'm going to run my cables here probably next. I did get these radiators on. These radiators I got off of, let's see, I guess it was eBay or Amazon. They're about $90 with tax, $88, something like that. And plus, they come with a really cool quality control sticker on them. See that? Freaking thing's worth the money all by itself. And so anyway, I got the radiators on. They're all new hoses, except, I didn't run this cross. That's the old cross hose. I use all the old clamps. When I bought this bike, one of the really cool things that it came with was this applied triple clamp here, the upper triple clamp. That's $250, something like that, if you buy it brand new. Now it is a little faded. You can see the black paint is, the anodizing is a little faded. But I'm not going to complain, and I'm not going to paint over it. That's just too cool of a part, and besides then it wouldn't say applied. And that's definitely something you can be proud of. Let's see if I can, anyway, those look pretty nice, huh? Got these all shined up, looking good. These were really dirty. That Baja mud, that silt, will get these things to looking really bad. And the one over on this side was kind of bent up because the old radiator was bent up, and I put it in hot water and I scrubbed and I kind of kept bending it back, and I bent it back in the hot, while using the hot water in the sink, and eventually it kind of stayed where it was. So that's all good to go. And they definitely they came out nice and clean. One of the things I'm most proud about, though, is that exhaust pipe. Again, that was like 13 hours of scrubbing and sanding, and it came out looking pretty good. It's not new, but I'm not sure if the new pipes even look that nice, truthfully. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it was like when it was new. But the power bomb. I didn't put new tires on them, but I did take and wash them up real good. I took those discs off, and I spent a lot of time right next to the kitchen sink with some wet sanding paper just to clean them up. Now this one here, you can definitely still see the rust, but it's way cleaner than it was. Same with this one. This one is not that old. A year or two ago, I bent the front one, and so this is a newer one, so it's not as bad, but it still was really dirty compared to what it is now. And one of the other things about this build is that it came with this old speedometer drive, and I'm taking that off, so I had to come up with a spacer here, and that's a XR's only spacer. It's a seal and spacer package. It sells for about $30. Well, it's $20 plus shipping. So thank you, XR's only, for sending me that. I did, I put some tire foam on the tires. They're not obviously not new knobbies, and some people might joke because they're, they got that shiny, wet, shiny look. But hey, it looks better than it did. Kind of getting low on parts. I gotta install my electronics. Kind of polish this up a little bit. Come to find out, this doesn't just bolt up to my rear fender. I've got to come up with some hardware. The new fender, I don't know. I'll deal with that later. I'll show you what I got going on later. My ignition coil, ignition switch. Got my air filter in that bag there waiting to be installed. It's all clean. Got my clamps for that, waiting to go. All my old parts. And still got to put on my grips. Got to swap all. Got to swap all the electronics over to the new one there. All the new parts got to get swapped over. One thing nice about having a bicycle stand is there's a lot of things you can mount in it to work on them, like my weed eater, like my handlebars. Anyway, it's coming along. Another day or two farting around. I'm really anal. I've cleaned every single last fastener on here. I use that wire wheel on the grinder, and that works really good. So everything you see here is clean. And if I had all new parts, it would have been together, the first day or two. But these are not new parts, or not all of them. Everything you see had to be cleaned, and I was pretty, within reason. I was pretty anal about cleaning everything up. There's probably a lot of ways you could do it easier, but I've always run out of video, so I'm gonna try and end this one right now. I got about a minute left, so I'm just gonna say, in the future, I want to get that Trail Tech fan that mounts on there. I want to get those side covers, painted, Cerakoted or whatever. There's definitely some other things I'd like to do. But this go around, I don't know, I haven't added it all up, but I'd say it was around $1,300 or $1,400 on what I've got into it this go around. And I'm not a rich man, but I do the best I can. Everything you see here is paid for, by the way. So I'll get back with you next time. Thanks for following. Please subscribe if you like the trip.